I gotta say, in the nicest way possible. I mean that stuff like this kind of annoys me. People buying things and training with things that aren't their guns, like useless trigger reset cartridges or magazines, laser cartridges. You don't need to see where the bullet... Okay, I'll get there in a sec. But first off, about training with something that's not your gun. Part 1, gun safety. So I'm going to do something that's probably a little ill-advised. But first off, I have snap caps to emulate weight. But you know what works just as good if you don't have anything to emulate weight? You have an empty magazine. Empty magazines don't go off. Or, check this out, no magazine, no bullets. Now, this is a magazine with live rounds. Oh no, I chambered one. Now it's going to go off, right? Wrong, because I can unload it, see that it's unloaded, and drop the hammer, because I have object permanence. What I have loaded in here now are blue bullets, but they're loaded into empty cases with no primers. It's for weight purposes, so it feels like a loaded gun. But I don't ever chamber around because I don't usually need to, and the chamber stays empty. So I can do that all I want. So in the case of like having a dry fire setup at home, unless for some reason you really want to train with pistols, but you're not legally allowed to own one, I guess you can get an air gun. It makes sense. But also, if you're training to shoot your gun, you should use your gun. And you don't need any fancy gimmicks such as like laser cartridges, trigger reset magazines, or anything like that. For one, especially the laser cartridges or anything like that, because you're gonna love this. A laser telling you where your bullets are going to go is redundant information, because your sight already does that. For example, we have a dry fire setup here, just like emulating different courses, different classifiers, just for whatever we want. I bring up the gun, I see this, I'm staring at that spot, I see the sight over the target, and boom, I can see what the sight is doing. Like when I press it really hard, you can, and super aggressive, you can see me bouncing it around a little, right? Or when I'm like more careful with it, you can see it's kind of stable, other than the fact that the gun's heavy and I'm kind of shaking. That being said, I can't stress enough that you're not supposed to be looking at your sight. You're supposed to be aware of it. So you stare at a spot on a target. On these targets, we have like tiny little pencil marks that you can barely see, but they can catch your eye. So it helps you focus on that. You need to be aware of your sight in your peripheral. So basically, I'm looking at my own eye here, and I'm using my finger to cover it up, but I'm not looking at my finger. Something like that. Instead of buying those laser cartridges or anything like that, you could just buy one of these. This is a shot timer. Not the best shot timer, but it's a shot timer. You can put it on your belt, set it to delay. You can adjust the volume on this one, and it goes off. And then you can set a part time on this. Most shot timers that I've used come with the ability to set a par time. So say there's something you want to do that has a par time of 1 second, like a draw, for example, unless you want to go faster. It'll start 1 beep to start, 1 beep to stop. Pick a spot on the wall, press the button to start, and do your thing. You know if you're getting the times you want because you do it before the second beep goes off. Anyway, questions are highly encouraged, as usual. Basically, just train with your equipment that you're actually going to use. Don't be dumb. Don't put holes in your walls. 4 rules of firearm safety are, not just suggestions, but there are limitations to what you can do. Obviously, like when you're clearing a Glock to clean it, oh, there's no bullets in the chamber. I just racked the gun. Oh, now in order to take it apart, I have to pull the trigger. Just use your brain for a sec.